Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Fides Television, coming to you live on Fides Media. I am Dennis Joe, your host on Fides Family and Society. Remember, this is a show where we learn, build bonds, and have fun. On the show today, we will be examining a self-discovery topic, which is the me nobody knows. To join me on this self-discovery journey, I have two beautiful guests here with me on the show. First off, I'd like to introduce Miss Oluwayemisi Olayinka. Hello, Miss Yemisi. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Miss Joy. Thank you so much for having me on the show today.
It's a pleasure. And also, I would like to introduce our very own Miss Funke Ibrahim. Hi, Miss Funke. How are you doing today? I'm very well, thank you. So here is the twist. We have 10 thought-provoking questions related to the topic. So our guest here will pick randomly from the question plates and answer accordingly. We'll begin the fun after the short break. Don't go anywhere. We are pleased to have you back. Thanks for staying with us. As earlier stated, we are exploring the topic, the me nobody knows. I'm sure you're ready and you can't wait to have these questions coming. Let me ask my guest, Miss Yemisi, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Wow. Miss Funke, how about you? Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's dive in. So, here are my questions. So I'll begin with Miss Yemisi.
Thank you.
I'll begin with Miss Yemisi.
Okay, no problem.
So pick a question, Miss Yemisi. And when you pick,
I hope I'm lucky with the question.
you hand it over to me. Let's see. Let's see what she has here. So the question reads, if you could switch life with someone for a day, who will it be and why?
If I could switch life with someone.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that would be Miss Prudence.
Who's Miss Prudence?
Prudential Fashion Academy.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know if you know her.
Our popular pizza.
Pizza Okopi.
Why?
Miss Okopi.
Yeah.
Why? Why is that? I didn't see that coming. Why is that?
Actually, like, I've been admiring her for a very long time now. And I love how she's doing well because she has Fashion Academy in like 3 different places. And they are standard one, like, the standard is very okay. Like at times I just sit down and I wonder how did this woman, how is she able to manage like 3 different fashion school, like
one in Port Harcourt, one in Abuja.
She has in Abuja, she has in Lagos, and she's opening a brand very soon. So I just want to see what it feels like to own that kind of academy, to have that kind of establishment. Like I want to know what it feels like and how she's able to cope. I like her personal lifestyle. Personally, I like her lifestyle. I think that's why.
Wow, thank you so much, Miss Yemisi. I didn't actually see that coming.
Yeah, same here.
So let's move over to the next question. Miss Funke Ibrahim. So pick a question. Ooh, let me come closer.
Good.
Bring it.
Okay.
So here comes your question. This is really cheap. Even a toddler should be able to answer this question. It appears so cheap. But let's have it anyways. If you can go back in time and give advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Sincerely, that would be the aspect of relationship in my life. Yeah.
Someone must have had several
Like,
breakfast
you get
encounters.
It's actually not several breakfasts. It's just one, but you know, if I can change the hand of time, I will not make that mistake again. Again and again and again. Again and again. Because it affected me it affected me in many ways. Not even in relationship. It affected me in many ways, academically, in my job career. It affected me because, you know, I think I prioritized my relationship then than any other thing. In fact, than myself, than my comfort, than my work, than my finance. Like I prioritize it as if is after that relationship, there's nothing else.
Yeah.
So if I could
Lover
go
girl.
back to my exactly, I told you, like, I was once a lover girl, but
Yeah.
not now anymore. So I know better.
So what's that
If I can-
exact advice you would want to give yourself, your
My
younger self?
is to think twice before I take a step or decision on my relationship aspect.
All right, thank you very much. So that's actually a very good one, though. We move next to Messi Olayinka. I'd like you to pick another question.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, I'm coming. Let's have it. Wow. This is a little bit tricky, but not entirely tricky. So if the question reads, would you rather choose to be loved for who you are or who you pretend to be? Would you want people to love you for who you are or who you pretend to be? Let's hear from you, Miss MC.
Okay. I would love to be loved for who I am, not who I pretend to be.
Why is that?
Because I don't know how people do it, like how they're able to get along with pretense, like they're able to pretend for a very long
time.
I cannot do it because at the long run, you will eventually get to know the kind of person I am. So I don't think there is anything in me that I think I should hide. I don't really pretend, like I don't like pretending because at the long run, you will eventually get to know the kind of person I am. So
everything will cast.
So why then should you love me for who I pretend to be? I feel
The person will actually not know that you are pretending, but as soon as time goes by, that real you will definitely shoot out.
Naturally unravel.
Yes.
the thing is, I actually do not like to pretend. Like when I meet somebody for the first time, I tell them this is the kind of person I am. Like when somebody sees me for the first time, you might feel like this girl is a gentle girl, but I will tell you, once you tell me such a thing, I will tell you, Oga, I'm not gentle, please. I'm a very rough person, so that you will not have that mindset, and I
get
don't
disappointed
feel
at the
Exactly.
you don't feel like, so this guy has been pretending all this while. So there is this way I react when I'm meeting somebody for the first time. So I just tell you, this is not me, I beg. Please don't go and have the wrong thoughts
Mindset.
about the kind of person I am. So I would love to be loved for who I am and not for who I
Naturally.
pretend to be. Yes.
Wow, that's a really lovely one. Miss Yamisi says she would love to be loved for who she is and not
Yes.
who she pretends to be.
Yes.
That's really nice. Let's move on to the next person, who is Miss Funke Ibrahim. So pick your next question, ma'am.
I pray I picked the right question this time and cheaper one than the other time.
Let's have it. This one.
I don't know.
Okay, let's have it anyways.
Okay.
Have you ever hidden a part of yourself to maintain a relationship? And what was the outcome?
Oh my God.
What's with the relationship question?
God, not again. Yes.
Okay. You have. Ooh, let's have it then.
Yes. I'm very stubborn.
Thank God you're having to that.
I'm a very stubborn person. So when I lost my first relationship, I sat myself down to think, okay, Eunice, what exactly do you think is one of the cause for this? And I see that I'm very stubborn. I don't tolerate nonsense. I'm a disciplinarian. So I have to learn to switch to another part that is not even me, to overlook, learn to endure, learn to overlook a lot of things. Me, before, if I come back home, or even to my younger ones, aside relationship, I come back home, this plate is not supposed to be here. Instead of me to just say, who dropped this plate here? Come and carry it. No, I'll be like, You are supposed to know that this place is not supposed to be here. Why do you keep it?
So that relationship
taught
you
it taught me patience.
Big time lesson.
Exactly. I have to change that part of me. Like, I really change drastically, not even gradually, drastically. In fact, he will do something and I'll just be like, okay. But when I go back to my real self, I'll be like, oh, the real me will not take this shit. So I think I do that in that aspect.
So did it actually help your relationship to thrive, or it made things even worse?
Yeah, it actually helped me in all ways, because I can deal with people better than before.
Oh.
Yeah, than before. I can deal with people better, calmly. You will even talk to me. I will just, in that your talk, I'll just see it in a better form. Like, it will not get me angry. And if I want to talk to you, I will not talk to you immediately. I'll give it time, then I will not later talk to you that, okay, what you really said the other time, I think you were right, but the way you put it was wrong. But the initial me is, you are giving me gas boss, I'm returning it back to you. Point and kill. Exactly. I'm giving it to you, point and kill. You point it, I kill it for you. So that's just it. So it really helped me to deal. In fact, even my younger siblings, I've seen that things have really gone different from the real me that I used to be. So there was a day I was talking to my sister, and we had little arguments on phone. And after she dropped the call, she had to call me back. Was it 10-15 minutes later? I was like, excuse me, sis, is it you I just finished talking to? I was not like, are you all right? I'm the one. I said, you have changed, oh. I said, what do you mean? Within me, I actually know I've changed, because I have to just learn to calm down. Like, I don't take things too extreme.
Yeah.
I think it helped me to even know the better way to handle issues that comes my way, aside being in a relationship. And in my relationship, it really helps me, because even issues that are supposed to get escalated, I deal with it with maturity. And at the end of the day, me that's supposed to say sorry, even when I'm wrong, it's still the other person that will tell me sorry. So,
yeah, that's a really positive one.
Yeah.
So let's continue with Miss Yemisi Olayinka. Miss Yemisi, have your question?
I hope I'm not taking any question.
You've been lucky all along.
Just like I'm telling you.
You've been lucky.
Oh my God.
Let's have this one anyways. Okay. Are you all ready? Miss Yemisi? Ooh. Okay, let's have it. What's the difference between how you see yourself and how others see you?
But what's this question with me?
I don't understand. Miss Funke,
Relationship. I don't know.
Okay, the difference.
Are you single? Because it's like, that's why you're picking you.
Okay. The question is the difference between how I see myself
and how people see you.
Actually, I have different perspective of how people see me.
Okay.
But I have my own perspective of how I see myself.
All right.
For instance, I've seen a lot of people come to me and they are like, you are proud, you are this, like, you are stubborn, you are this, you are that. But there was a time like three different people, like they were not like they were not friends. They came to me like in a week. They were telling me you are proud, and I was like, what's
you
wrong?
now be checkmating yourself.
I was like, proud. I'm not proud. I don't understand. So I was disturbed that time.
Yeah.
I now felt like, why am I disturbing myself? Let me just ask these people, what
did you see?
Why are you saying I'm proud? And the response I got from them was very funny. One person was telling me that you choose the kind of people you talk to. Ooh. And I'm like, so that's what you call pride? He said yes. Okay, I said no problem. I asked the next person, said, the person said the same thing, that you don't
select people.
When somebody try and talk to you, it's only when you want to talk to people that you talk.
You talk to them.
Okay. So I think that actually gave me like a very solid ground of how I see myself, that I have to tell, it's not like I'm proud. This thing is not pride. It is just that there is this when you get close to somebody too much, I know myself that I'm a talkative. I talk a lot. And there are some people that they don't deserve to know a lot about you. So when you now come to me and I take myself closer to you, there is a possibility that I tell you some things I'm not supposed to tell you. So that I just feel like, let's just maintain this lane. Let me not
boundaries, setting boundaries.
Let me not move closer. So I tell them, this is not this thing. I'm only trying to like give myself some kind of self-esteem, to respect myself. Like, I don't want to just take myself out there to people and be saying what I'm not supposed to say. So I feel I'm just a very calm person, even though people say I'm stubborn. Well, I think I'm a kind of stubborn. Not stubborn like that, but it's just that when what you're saying is not aligning with what
I think
what I want.
Your stubbornness is quite subjective, dependent on the situation you find yourself.
When what we are saying is not matching,
correlating,
you not expect me to like do what you want and leave what I want. It cannot be. So people see me as a proud person, but I just see myself as somebody that likes to maintain her lane. Yes, I like self-respect. I like respect. Like when people accord me my own respect a lot, and I get angry easily. So I try to like protect. Avoid something that will
trigger it.
Yes, so that's it.
Okay, so we talked about disparity, differences between how you see yourself and how others see you. But is there any aspect of you that actually correlates with how others see you? Like, is there a version of you that you know that, okay, this is how I am and this is how people see me, and it matches? That's okay.
I think people telling me that I select the kind of people I talk to.
Okay, so that matches
yes, it's not like I'm being proud.
Okay.
Their thought is that I am proud, but when they say you select the kind of people you talk to, it's actually very correct. But I just need them to understand that it is not pride.
It's
just
the motive is
try to protect myself.
Okay.
So I think that correlates with who I am.
All right, that's really interesting. Thank you so much, Miss Yemisi Olayinka. So we proceed to the next person, which is Miss Funke Ibrahim. Oh my God. So pick your question, ma'am.
Okay.
Did you see that? Pick. Don't shuffle. Don't shuffle. Okay, I think this is a personal question this time.
Wow.
So the question reads, who is that person you are deeply grateful for, but you have never expressed your gratitude to? You see this person and you're grateful for this person in your life, but you have never for once tell the person that I appreciate all you do for me. So who's that person?
Wow. That's my kid brother, the baby of the house. I have never for once said thank you. And he has done things that I don't even expect. When I was going through some challenging moments, he has been there for me, but I don't really show it because I don't really know why, but maybe because I'm seeing it as a small boy, you know.
We shouldn't be,
exactly.
Actually.
So I don't really show it, and I've not even gifted him any maybe birthday or just buying him gifts. No.
You should do that. You should do that going forward.
I'm giving a shout out to the baby of the house. He has really, really been there, you know, in kind words. He's there, and in gifts. My kid brother will just surprise me, you know. When he calls me, I noticed one thing about him is when he calls me, he dictates what kind of emotional part of me I am at that moment through my voice. I don't know how he used to know. He knows when I'm happy, he knows when I'm neutral, and he knows when I'm sad. Wow. There was a day he called me and I was just like, I just picked the call. I was like, hello, how are you? And it was not like, oh, when last did you speak with so person? I will not mention name, but it was like, when last did you speak with so person? I said, we've not been able to talk for quite some days. It was not like, no wonder he noticed that. I was like, how do you know? He said I should not worry. Like he really looked out for me. He looked out for me. He would tell me when I was going through one certain challenging moment, then he would come all the way from school to check on me in the house. I was like, sometimes he would take me out taking me out, it's not like taking me out to a big place,
Yeah.
but he will just take me out and we'll just buy just Coke and Fanta, we'll put it on the table. Yes,
Wow.
those little things.
That's really
And
good.
he will be keeping my company, gisting me. He would never allow me to talk over that particular thing I told him on phone that make him come down to check up on me. He will not be gisting me. How are you? How is this? How far about this? Do you even know that this is what happened in my school? This is what do this. This is in my class. He will keep my company. I will laugh all through. I will even forget my problem. Now, when I get home and he go back to school, I will now be like, oh, thank you. That's yes. I now I can see that you are fine. So it's not by him buying me big something, but that particular moment, nobody to talk to, or even on phone, I don't have anybody to chat with to keep my company. But he stand in for me. He feels that vacuum for me. So I think I owe him. Shout out to you, my baby brother. I love you.
Miss Yamisi, should we be jealous? I'm sure
I think you
we have baby brothers as well.
I say I'm jealous. I don't have a kid brother.
I do actually.
Oh, I have elder brothers.
Oh, can you imagine? And me, I don't have elder brother. I always wish I have someone ahead of me that I can be calling when
Wow.
anything happens. Well, in fact, he stand in as elder brother for me because I feel comfortable calling him to even tell him anything. And as small as it is, I tell him everything about me, every damn thing. I hide nothing. I hide. If we did not talk for 2 days, and anytime he called me, you see, those things that happened to me within that 2 days, I will tell him. And he always know, like, I don't know whether he's grandpa from.
It gives the
He's
perfect
from-
sitting
I'm
response
telling
you need.
Exactly. He talked to me like a mature person. And I will even talk to some kind of mature friends of mine, and they will not even tell me something serious. And he knows what to say at that particular time that will just make you feel comfortable, and you know, you will even forget the past. You just go inside. If Gary is what you have, you will soak the Gary with chill water and take it and go to bed and sleep. Like you feel like a newborn baby. So that's it. So I owe you a gift.
Thank you so much, Miss Funke. That's really nice. So we move on to our next question. Hello, Miss Yamisi. Over to you.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
If I pray you pick.
At this point, drums are rolling. Drums rolling.
Really?
This is all right. Let's have it.
Okay.
So, Miss Yamisi, what is something you've always wanted to try, but too afraid to attempt it? Probably because of probably because of some ethical reasons, cultural beliefs, religious beliefs, family, what have you, societal views, or whatever. So, what is that thing that in your heart, by virtue of who you are, you want to attempt it, but then you become too scared, skeptical? Do I do
what
this?
people say.
Yes. So what is that very thing, Miss Yamisi? Let's hear from you.
Actually, there are so many things.
Yeah.
Inside of me that I want to try, but I feel okay. Let me talk about the serious one. I think the major thing I wanted to try, but I'm really afraid to try it, is starting a brand. Like,
You have a brand already.
yes, but it's
not
not like
established
it's not
it.
running like it should.
It should. Okay.
Yes, like each time you see that one that I have is people that pushed me. Like, some people actually did it for me. Like, you have to do these things today. You have to open. So like each time I try to, like, let's post something out, I feel like I'm not up to it. So I always look down on myself. Like, I'm always afraid.
Oh
Like,
my God. Why?
if somebody sees this, what will they say?
You'll be like,
I'll
this
just be
small
like,
girl.
let's just pack this thing. I'll do it next time. So I keep postponing
Procrastinating.
things, but I guess I'm doing better. So another thing is this one. I really wish I can go to a club.
Woo!
I cannot enjoy myself.
Miss Yamisi, a club.
Like, I just want to have that experience. You know, people go to club, they have fun, and they meet different
You're
people.
single, so some people don't go to club.
What do you mean?
You don't say.
No, maybe that's why she's feeling like I don't want to go. If you have anyone to
That's why I asked, is it
Actually-
for religious reasons?
Exactly.
For societal reasons? That was why I asked.
Actually, I'm not single, Miss Funke. So,
Oh God,
Matters arising.
I'm telling you. God,
so the thing is, I've always wanted to go to the club, but I
Because
just
of
feel
what
like,
people will
well,
say.
well,
people you will meet. You know, you get to club
get
and
it,
people
like,
you
you don't even know who is who. when you
No,
get to
aside
club.
that, you go to club and people you don't even expect that you will see there, you will see them on
That's
the
the
table.
funniest part of it. So
And I'm like, oh, you think that's you?
I just want to like.
Imagine if, I don't know why we're in the course of discussing this, something just popped up my head. Like, okay, imagine if you applied for a job somewhere, and then in the process of securing the job, maybe processes still being on and the likes, and then you now for the first time decided to go to a club, and then you now meet your
Boss.
supposed
Boss.
intending boss there, and then he spots you there. My dear, what will you do? You in your mind, you'll be explaining, this is my first time. I did not.
It depends who saw you.
But then,
who still wants
when your
you.
boss, when the intended boss sees you there, will start saying, wow, so this girl actually comes to a club. Lots of
Like so
things,
many
and you
things
might,
running through
it
your
might be
mind, like,
detrimental
this is not
to.
who I am.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to explore.
So I understand where that fright is coming from, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you so much, Yubu. Like I said earlier, on this show, we do nothing more than to learn and build bonds. And I hope you're enjoying the show. So we'll move on to, who's next?
You
Ms. Funke Ibrahim.
really me?
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're trying to avoid the questions.
She can't. It's so unavoidable here. So over to you, Ms.
Oh my
Funke.
God.
Pick your question.
Let me shuffle.
You don't.
Don't let me pick. I want you to pick one of those relationship questions.
Ooh. It's a personal one.
Okay.
Take a chill pill.
Congratulations.
So the question goes thus. What is the biggest risk you've ever taken, and was it worth it?
Yes, so I've taken much risk. Yeah, I've actually taken much risk. But the one I would tag as the biggest risk I've ever taken is leaving my comfort zone. Traveling down to a region I've never been before.
Ooh.
None of my family members has even been there. I dare not even tell my parents. You should
You
know
travel
how
without their knowledge?
I'm telling you, just to make a living, just to work, to earn. For me not to wait on anybody. If you have not transferred me 2K, I can't afford what I wanted
What
to
was
afford.
chasing you? What was chasing you?
Like,
Yeah. When I lost my previous job and I got another one, so this offer came in and I asked where. When the person mentioned that place, I was like, I've not been here before. I've not been there before. So the first thing I did was to sit myself down. Are you ready to go? I asked myself, I talked to myself. I don't even dialogue it with anybody. I asked myself, are you ready to go? I've not been there before. I don't know anybody. I don't even, in fact, the person that gave me the offer is not even in that state. He's in another state. So I'm the only one going there. I've never been, like, all my life. And I don't have any family I can even call that is there. Majority of my family are in north and west.
yeah.
Are not east. What did I don't know. I was like, oh my God. Now, first thing when I said risk is, okay, the offer comes. I've taken the offer. The risk of getting accommodation, transportation, and mostly language barrier. I just have to take the risk and I enjoy it.
The
I
outcome
enjoy
was
it.
good.
The outcome was very, very good. Very, very good. And in fact, unbelievable. Because it's blow my mind beyond my expectation. Yes, so it blows my mind and I think I'm cool with that.
Thank you so much, Ms. Funke Ibrahim. So we'll be taking the last turn. Starting from Ms. Yemisi Olayinka. So pick your last question
Thank
for...
God it's the last question.
Your last question.
Like Miss Funke.
Oh my God, shuffle please. But don't give me the last one that's for relationship.
This is yours, reserved for you.
Oh my God.
So let's see what Miss Yemisi has.
Oh my God. Father.
No, this is quite cheap. It shouldn't be any hurdle answering this. There shouldn't be any hurdle answering this. I beg your pardon. So, what's the one thing you wish people knew about you, but do not? Like, what's the one thing you wish people know about you, but they do not actually know it?
Let me say, I wish people know that I'm a slow learner.
Ooh.
Yes. I think probably because of my grade when I was in school. So a lot of people used to think that this girl is brilliant.
All right.
But within me, I know that no, this thing is not easy for me. Like I'm very slow at learning new things. Like to get adapted to something new. It's very always very, very difficult. But people are always like pushing it on my neck. You can do this, you can I'll be like, are you me? Yes, are you me? And that has really helped me. Yes, it has really helped me. Like, when people try to push things on you that they are like, I feel like they are pushing me they are pushing me to do more, like to become a better version of. But I just wish at least when I tell them that please I cannot do this, they should just like accept. But no, they will, especially my family members. When you tell them, I cannot do this. No, they will, you
want to do it. They bring that
yes, yes, and they will be like, they will even put time frame. I'm like, this brain that you see is not like the brain is there like that, or it's just grace. So I wish they just know that it takes a lot of time for me to process things before I get adapted to it.
That's a really unique one. Thank you so much, Miss Yemisi.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sue.
So move on to the last question for today. Apparently,
I don't have to pick.
Please, yes, of course, you don't have to pick.
Okay. Miss Funke, are you ready?
I am ready.
What is the voice not coming out well?
You should not come out. Oh my God.
So the question reads, what is that skill or talent that you possess that no one knows about? What's that personal thing that you can do? You might not actually go out there to learn it, but it's just a natural and intrinsic skill within you. We as human beings, we have innate skills that we like, an ability. So what is that very one that you have that no one knows, that you think that the moment you would utilize it, the moment you would unravel it, will come as a shock to people that, wow, Funke, so you can actually do this. So what's that thing? Let's hear from you.
Okay. One of the innate gifts that I have that nobody knows is an intuitive mind. The ability to discern, to know the outcome of something without even having a preview knowledge or information about that thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I have it. Secondly, nobody really knows that I know how to make hair. It's an inbuilt gift.
You didn't go out there to learn?
No, I don't learn. I know how to make hair very well. So I also have the ability to foresee what will happen before it happens. And most especially it happens amidst my friends. Maybe we are having discussions and my instinct will just tell me that something is going to happen anytime soon. And sometimes it might not even be present. I might just have the feeling that something is happening to someone. I will call the person, are you fine? I feel like something is happening to you. I will be specified on what I feel. And the person will be like, no, I will be like, be careful. If it has not happened, it's going to happen. So the person will just call me back. I was like, do you know that what you said actually happened? So, and a lot of people don't really know because it's not obvious, it's not out there. So it's just in me. So that's it.
Oh, that's a very unique and creative one. Thank you so much, Miss Funke Ibrahim.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Yemisi Olayinka. It's been really, really wonderful and amazing moments with you both. I really appreciate it. I had so much fun. I'm sure we all did because of the show. And that's so much on this week's episode of Fides Family and Society, tagged The Me Nobody Knows. Today's conversation was really enlightening and entertaining. I'm sure you learned a lot as much as we did. Many thanks to our guests for gracing us with their presence. If you enjoyed the show, please do well to drop your reactions, opinions, and comments on all our social media handles as showcased on your screen. And also anticipate more and more captivating episodes as this coming your way only on Fides Family and Society. We hope to have you join us next time. I remain your host, Dennis Joy, and together with my guests, we wish you farewell.
Bye.